Whoops. We are back. What happened? Yeah. Okay. So, there is a command for this. I forgot what it was and put it in there. But because I forget. But basically, yeah. If you're curious what's going on, my computer is good computer, but it's got this thing where there's one of the RAMs that's a little weird, so it does have a random opportunity to randomly freeze, and sometimes it might happen during Supernova, which is unfortunate. But we are um here again. It doesn't mean that I need to kind of like restart it. So I apologize for the inconvenience, but yeah, it's a bit unlucky. And there's a lot of things that need to get rechecked in when I have to reboot up the computer. Alright, we are... What position are we in? Kudo is a little bit less of a lead. Oh, absolutely scam that BOJ. But yeah, it's not too... It's not too much different, to be honest. Sunnard is closer by... He's by a while now. Something definitely happened to Kudo. Kudo still holds a pretty alright lead. The gap between these two quite tremendous. Hold on. These two what's yeah, that's more like it. This is a mess. This is scuffed, okay? By race 2 we'll be unscuffed, alright? Alright, Kudo. Going for it, moving left. Landing it. Getting some nice elevators here, and is looking like might in fact complete what was before the time of the unfortunate computer moment a relatively safe-ish lead, and will be able to convert it into a point, which could be Kudo's first point. However, there are some throws that we need to get. So give me a minute before I talk too much. That throw was not very close. Alright, there's throw number 1 for Kudo. Throw number 2 is landed straight after. There's the regrab, and that is throw number 3. Alright, Kudo is going to be getting the job done against Sunnard here in race number 1, after Sunnard panicked after entering the BOB door, went for the no LBOJ. Rust absolutely showed, especially if you consider the rust that's something that we will have realistically practiced even less. And Kudo is 1-0 up, and after on the third Supernova is the one where Kudo gets his first race win. But now, can Kudo go for his first match win? We will have to see. Do we let Sunnard do these throws? I think we let Sunnard do these throws, right? I mean, we're right here. While Sunnard is doing these throws, let me just check if this is what it's called. Is this the command? Or is it just crash? I don't remember what it's called. I need to check what it was. Okay, yeah, it was crash. So yeah, just remember. So yeah, for any onlookers, alright, chat, y'all will learn this, alright. If that happens, do exclamation mark crash for all the new people that don't know. Okay, alright, because it's my computer that can do that, just a random. Alright, cool, we got it. Alright, now we can chat to the runners. Alright, hello runners.
Hey.
So, Kudo, with that 1739, you have taken game 1 and are now in the lead. How do you feel about that run? Got a 14 more record during the crash. No, Kudo said, I don't know, it was weird. Nothing was good. Yeah, there were a lot of like tiny things that were just kind of going wrong. Yeah, the emulator freeze was odd, and yeah, we definitely ran with a lot of things to it. But at the end of the day, I had to beat the opponent, and I guess let's talk to him. Sunnard,
Yep.
how do you comment on that?
Well, that was really bad.
What do you think happened to cause that? What was the main
Well,
factor?
I missed the LBJ, and well, I was at the first stage, so I went for no LBLG. But it was a long time ago, and then I don't know why I didn't remember that I don't need to do pillarless. So I tried to do plus, but then I got too much stars, so I wanted to do loadless, but I had the test spot at the start, and I just messed up everything. Well, it's fine, but yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. I think maybe safe to say you won't do no BOJ this time.
Uh, we'll see. It depends how it goes.
If you end up in BOB again.
Yeah. But
Alright. Alright. We've heard the
yeah,
conditions. Well then, I think we can head into race 2 if you runners are ready for it.
uh, yeah, just the the reset key just doesn't work. I don't know why. I just use the system tab. It's fine.
Alright.
All right, I'm ready then.
Alrighty, so I will count you guys down. We will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Man. Really unfortunate for that PC crash trap happened when it did, but you know, I guess it wasn't super close, right? You gotta take the positives out. You know, you gotta look at the glass like 25% full or something. That's what they say. But yes, the runners are off races once more here. Kudo managing to pick up a win, but a win with a lot of sort of question marks about what might happen in a different scenario where Sunnard gets a more acceptable run. Because yeah, Sunnard's run was very much so kind of thought up on a whim, you know. It was like a no LBOJ, but we haven't really done no LBOJ, and then you don't really remember the route, and then it's a little bit of like it's very kind of like, oh, I haven't done this in like a million years. So like, even though Sunnard is fast and no LBOJ, like the general idea of going for an LBOJ is not wrong in of itself. It's just you gotta be like prepared, right? Like it's difficult to freestyle a route if you don't remember it. But LBOJ is good for both in this occasion, and we will have a Sunnard doing an LBOJ route this time. Kudo also, alright in there. It's also nice to see Sunnard get through Dark World's beginning here relatively unscathed, which was also a point of trouble in race number 1. We need to see, because even in a lot of these top runners that are kind of rusty, alright, or aren't like super no reset pilled, right, you can usually still see that with time and with the races, right, like the mistakes from race 1 don't tend to happen in race 2, which makes this type of battle like quite an uphill battle, right, when you're facing a runner like this, because like it will just get cleaner with time, and that's what makes these type of runners hard to beat in races anyhow. But that's totally can happen. Think that much as possible Kudo's feed is about like 2 seconds. I know that it's because like the Kudo feed is actually ahead of Sunnard's. If I pause it unpause it, it would probably go like 5 seconds ahead. But I think it's better for it to be like 2 seconds behind in this case for the stream, right? You want it to be as close as possible. But as the two runners are perfectly synced, heading towards the Dark World, let's check on how the viewers predicted it. The prediction ended up having 62% Sunnard with 1,950 channel points and Kudo with 1,160 channel points at 37%, which I think is actually probably a fair percentage amount. Can't lie. I think that's quite reasonable. Yeah. The runners remain synced up until now, where they switch plans. Kudo goes for Salt, gets Salt. This has been one, maybe even relatively surprising thing that has been Kudo's arsenal, because it's gone quite well. Both runners will now proceed to swap out the respective starts which they're doing. So Kudo's turn on the Alice. Double jump Alice will be tried again despite it not working in race number 1, and it works immediately here. So significantly cleaner output from Kudo right now. Sunnard, however, goes for it, actually gets it. Alright, both runners have seen to definitively clean up their act in this race. We're getting a much cleaner race than race 1, which was Scuffed Central on Sunnard's end. It was Scuffed Central on Kudo's end. It was Scuffed Central on my end. A lot of scuff, but we're all cleaned up on all sides. Except mine. I'm not sure if it's still pretty scuffed. But it's a nice Womps. The runners. Kudo, in fact, even managing to remain about 4 seconds ahead of Sunnard here, and Sunnard's not done a bad Dark World plus Wumps. So into SSL we go. Kudo had a couple of problems on the plus. Goes for Tama right here. It's looking promising. It's looking very fast. Wow, good job. Sunnard's turn at the Tama. It's a significantly slower bomb, and it's a bomb that directs Mario down the quicksand. That is going to cause Kudo to pick up the first real lead here of this race. Puts Sunnard in a troubled position, but goes for it a second time, and the bomb is more favorable and gets it. Up one for Sunnard. Mainly good one for Kudo. Is he really cleaned up, to be fair. On this run. Not gonna be easy for Sunnard. Quite end with it if Kudo's gonna keep up this cleanliness. You have to think, right? Kudo has had one run, right? Whereas like Sunnard's run is like, if you think about this run, right, for Sunnard, it can almost be counted as Sunnard's first run. Because like the Raditz is completely different, right? Which means that there's like there's still a lot of stuff that Sunnard's doing here that Sunnard's doing for the first time. Anyways. So it is a little bit tougher for Sunnard to quite clean up the act, even though it still has managed to, compared to Kudo. Yes, Sunnard has not been the most active at Mario 64. Has in fact been more active at some other video games. But that mainly Call of Duty. There are quite a few Mario players who also play zombies. One of those kind of connected things. Oh, Kudo not managing to get a lava boost, but surviving with one sliver of health. Needs to fetch coins from somewhere to go try to do elevator tour. Dangerous. Only 1 HP, but then dives down and takes the death there. I think that might go an invis ward. And that is gonna bring Sunnard a little bit back into it after a bit of an awkward side up setup. That works, but Kudo gets up and falls down. I was looking at Sunnard. Oh no, tries to get up, doesn't work, gets up again. It's pure panic right here for Kudo. Kudo needs to get out of this elevator immediately. Needs to get out of this volcano. It's not playing nice. Sunnard swerving to dodge. Sunnard does get a nice lava boost, which does allow Sunnard to jump right back in the lead position. Yeah, I mean, dying in the volcano is a quick position, but the problem is dying after you do, like, wobbling about. like going up, falling down, taking a burn, go to the thing, you fall back down. Alright, Sunnard is now on the road to Hazy Maze Cave. Yeah, Kudo is confirming the great start that he had, saying that the best SSL that was around 618, and yeah, that was it was around then. Yeah, it was a very, very clean start from Kudo. Got nearly everything perfect, and it's quite good to hear. But its problem is causing Sunnard not managing to get the dive up to the platform, taking a death. What is this? What is Sunnard doing? What is the game plan? I don't even know. What? What is that? I don't think Sunnard knows what we're doing. Yeah, we're like, okay, I think we were gonna do boss jump, but then we didn't go up to the platform, and went up to the platform, I was like, wait, I'm here, so I'm gonna do the boss jump, and then didn't do the boss jump, so I went to the emergency exit. I think that's roughly the event that's happened. Alright. Somehow relatively even. Not playing nice to Kudo. Never mind, they've moved away. Center giving Steinclip a little go around. Maybe that's why we bailed on the box jump earlier, but we go for the box jump right now, and okay, landed. An educational video about the mine of even. I mean, I do gotta say that sort of freestyle routing that, oh my god, Sunnard going for the C upside, not quite getting it, tries to clutch up, good job there, alright. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Gotta respect it. Skill is shining through. Some occasions, Kudo not quite managing to grab the MIPS. Right next to the door, and he grabs it a little bit farther back, and Sunnard is incoming. Gonna be behind, but not a race you want to take your eyes away from. Kudo could be on the verge of first upset here at the Supernova 16, and it could of course be a big one on a 14 runner. You're going to lose a French? Not necessarily. There's LTAs down there. There's LTAs down there in the loser's bracket. But they get to live on. They won't be on main broadcast unless, of course, they make it all the way. Heading towards BDD. Kudo gonna go for back sub. It's gonna be safe. Can Sunnard get this front sub? I'm low-key scared. Okay, got it. Nice. There you go. On to Fire Sea. Oh, Poglish not quite working out for Kudo. Kudo wants to back it up again, but the Goombas, all three of them, make an attack team to give Mario some coins, but not some space. And Sunnard's taking the opportunity after getting the Poglish, and it's doing a nice Fire Sea right now here, Sunnard. Not quite going to be the correct inputs for Ultimate, but going to be keeping it over, and the lead has swapped once more. It's been a mad race. Kudo to platform too far up, ends up ledge grabbing. Now what is this? This is pure French entertainment. Yo, shout out France. Alright. Words. BOJs now. Tension is absolutely there. Sunnard's just chatting. I don't even know what that says. Sunnard's just typing. Well, I guess Bowser was dying. So far, Sunnard remains alive. Fight everything. And oh, perfect BOJ there. Infinite stairwell BOJ. Sunnard also gets it. I find it really interesting because like you can tell that Sunnard's really rusty, right? Like you can, but like you can see the skill shine through in random stuff. Like you really can. There's like certain things that just go so unbelievably smooth compared to everything else. But like you can really see that like, yeah, I mean it's still there. Speed kick. Said no. Go taking a little bit safer. A little bit behind. Sunnard getting a moving right. Getting the triple jump as well, which aligned nicely. Luckily enough for him. And onto the throws, Sunnard goes. Kudo getting a nice move in left here to stay competitive. Sunnard doesn't really have the opportunity to waste many throws here, so we'll need to see how this is gonna go. Doesn't even get the grab on Bowser. Alright, here we go. Row number 1. Landed. Alright. Goes for the regrab. Gets the regrab. Row number 2. Landed. Alright, good stuff. Gets a nice regrab. And throw number 3 is well landed. Sunnard does not go down without a fight. And what has been one of the most chaotic things I've ever seen, we do have a game 3 for, you know, the happiness of society. Because, I mean, like, come on now. we had to, guys. We needed to have a game 3. The timer didn't stop, but the Sunnard beat the game. Okay. Alright, the Sunnard beat the game first, okay. GG's. There is a race after this. We're gonna have to wait a bit because we do have a game 3 here between Sunnard and Kudo. Please ban. Let's go chat to the runners right now. Alright, hello runners.
Hi.
So Sunnard, with that whatever time that was, you have taken it game 2 and have tied it up. How are you feeling about this?
stressful. It's really stressful, and it's a bit frustrating when some things happen. But it's part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a run with a lot of things going on, but overall it was definitely a general improvement, right, on a lot of, especially like
Yeah.
the earlier game than your run number one. Um, so, yeah. You think
Yeah.
the third one will be the good one?
Uh, I don't know. It could go either way.
And Kudo, I don't really know how to distill down like what's been happening in these runs. Kudo, how do you describe what's been going on? Kudo saying very disappointed about what happened in LL, but I got my best SSL exit ever, so I'm a bit happy. Yeah, it was very good pace from Kudo. To be honest, because Kudo was just kind of straight up outpacing Sunnard at the beginning. I was like kind of interested because like Sunnard wasn't doing bad, but like Kudo was just being faster.
Wanted me dead.
It is solid stuff. Anyways, before we stall out too much, I think we should get to race 3. If y'all are ready for it.
Wait.
It's me, Mario.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Then.
Alright, Kudo is ready. Sunnard is ready. I will count y'all down. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Like,
It's me, Mario.
Alright. I will inform the fellas in the other match that they will be mildly delayed. Okay. We are here for some Sunnard versus Kudo action, which has turned out to be one of the top things to watch in the world. I mean, really, I don't know. There's like other tournaments currently live and stuff, but I mean, like, if you ain't tuned into this, this is just pure content. But yeah, we have ourselves. It's a very, very interesting thing. It's like it's hard to describe. Like, Sunnard is, I think, doing that gradual improvement that Rusty 14 slash low 15 players are having. So I am probably currently expecting, unless one major thing that derails everything, for a relatively clean Sunnard run here. Like, it would make sense. In the meantime, Kudo is just kind of hard to point down, because we saw Kudo, like, a very, very good first couple of minutes of that run up until SSL, right? But then Kudo had a complete meltdown in LLL, right? Which just kind of gives Kudo that general inconsistency in this type of no reset environment, right? That has unfortunately let Kudo be eliminated so early and so many years past, right? And I think you can feel some of that here still. Right now, but it'll be interesting to see. Right, both runners, however, doing a relatively composed Dark World. What was a faster LBOJ from Sunnard. Whereas Kudos was more behind, but Kudo gets a Bowser dance. It'd be nice. Actually, I don't think about it. It might be the first Bowser dance at the tournament. I don't think there's been a Bowser dance in day one, so that might actually be the first Bowser dance. It's kind of interesting. Although I guess I've not paid attention 100% to all of them, so that in mind. One of the first. Words. Mom's Fortress we go. In one of the most chaotic matches of the day. But both runners on solid pace into Worm's Fortress as we finally have a very aligned set of timers actually, so we can just base that off position on screen here. Double jump Alice for Sunnard landed. Kudo going for Salt. Got in the last two races. Gets it in this one as well. That's fair enough. Getting 3 for 3 Salt ain't for everybody. That is no problem. Extra setup for Sunnard in the meantime. Gets it. Oh, but Kudo this Owlus. You can tell that it's one of the more precarious things in Kudo's set of tools. Fortunate, because whenever Kudo does go for triple jump Owlus, it works almost every time. Yeah, there you go. Told you. See what I mean? Like, guys, that unfortunate time loss, you know? Alright, Sunnard is now going to be heading over to basement. Kudo still has to go get Wild Blue. But Sunnard with a nice Mom's Fortress there. And so far has had a composed Game 3. As the gradual improvement has been increasing. But chaos, it tends to arrive, it tends to snowball. Right, so is there gonna be that initial patch of snow that allows rolling? Plus for Sunnard, and that is a very good plus. Fair enough. We're now entering SSL. This has been one of the most complicated things about the Kudo runs consistently, and there's is no exception, unfortunately. Not managing to do the cakes, okay, or just bailing on them on purpose. Not 100% sure, but going to be going over to the pillar, get the bird. Sunnard, not a player that has gone past Supernovas without getting upset. It has happened before. I'm Sunnard got upset by Soda. Not mistaken. One. That was, however, in Soda's Slaying Demons arc, because like was beat Tsumi and then Sunnard. It was an absolute generational run. Alright, LLLs. Kudo has remained about 1 star-ish behind. Not too much damage was actually caused. Here's the side up. Sunnard's been mildly awkward at this in the other runs, but see, I mean, we're cleaning up the act here. Like, we really are. Like, this is not at all a run to scoff at right now from Sunnard, but Kudo might have some problems. Only 2 slivers of health now on the 3rd try at the Lawless. This could be early, and it is early, and Kudo's taking the death there at the side up after not managing to get the triple jump correct. Lethal Lava Land has turned out to be the bottleneck for Kudo. Fortunate one gets it there. This is giving Sunnard, which is on a very good pace anyways. The opportunity to extend it. It goes for the 1-up. Words. Okay, no, we're getting a coin. Okay. Alright. Oh, we don't get the burn. We do get the burn. We get the burn later when it's not relevant. Okay, now we have the platform. Okay. I'm just worried about this. Okay, there we go. We get the star. Precarious position. Sunnard tries to get the GTM slide. Ends up getting something. And tries to back it up, but randomly slides down. And Sunnard takes here a missed... honestly, I thought that would have worked as well. That's surprised me a lot. Okay, sign clip attempt for Sunnard. It might work. It does work. Sunnard taking the opportunity to gain back some aura after losing it with the death. And gets the sign clip. What the hell am I saying? Toad getting punched along the way. Unfortunate for the Toad. Go. Now heading towards HMC after a tough LLO here, which it was a tough LLO in the last run as well. And it's been kind of the stage. Alright, Sunnard not gonna go for the triple jump after the death last time. Goes to the right. Remember to cam help. Still need to do watch for rolling rocks. Are we gonna try it again? I feel like usually Sunnard's not gone for it a second try. And yeah, it's kind of bails for it. Yeah, didn't get to the C episode at any time, so might need to brush up on it a little bit. But as we know and we've stated many a time, the Sunnard is rusty. Alright, it's about a 1040 HMC exit. Towards MIPS, which Sunnard grabs. I mean, that's a 10, like, that is, like, now that I think about it, that's a 1040 HMC with a diff. That's not bad. Like, that, like, just to point out how much that was kind of pacing, though. That was, like, that was fast. Chip clip attempt from Sunnard. Chip clip succeeded from Sunnard. Sunnard's getting the swag stuff, alright? He's telling everybody, yo, I'm still here. He doesn't do the triple jump either for emergency exit. We've got a full right side crew. Front sub succeeded. From Sunnard, holy front. Fire C we go, but the Sunnard is currently not letting go of the lead. Oh, not quite aligned for the pole glitch. Alright, needs to get up somehow. Not going to be any cycles, which is a bit of a time loss, but it's not too bad. We're just going to be taking the long jumps. But yeah, significantly, you know, comparatively speaking, yeah, significantly more composed set, significantly more, I guess, expected game 3 here, right, with Sunnard kind of, couple of random things going wrong, but in general, the pace remaining good. and Kudo having a couple of things that just aren't consistent on the day and struggling. Kudo going for fronts up here, which is interesting because I don't think Kudo went for fronts up last time. Okay. Fronts up, there we go. Alright. Sunnard. Wanting to move in the tournament. There are 14 runners in this tournament. They have been, the ones that we have seen have definitely been a little shaky. With us seeing in day one a very, very shaky Kano in terms of the races, and here seeing a very, very shaky Sunnard. But Kudo not managing to get the cycle just about. Damn. Tried it in both ways and it was always barely too high up. Where's the BOJs? Gets it after a little bit of fiddling around with it. Takes a bonk to the railing. Kudo's now onto the fire seat. Bro. Sunnard is into bits. What is it going to be? Can Sunnard clean bits to close it out? Does actually go for the task launcher, but gets it. Alright. Doesn't get the... I mean, won't really get... you know, like the cycle that it earns, but got the trick. You know, not gonna get in the movement after, but got the trick though. So I guess I don't know. Sister, does that count as like? I guess we're not noob. Oh, I need to take back. I'll go in for the move and. All right, taking a little bit of a fall. We are beaming a little bit at this point. You need to close. Run out at some point. Here's the move and right. There we go. Elevators are aligned solidly. Kudo gets a pretty fast BOJ. Sunnard dodging a Goomba. And we'll be going towards the throws to try to close this one out once and for all. What has been a chaotic series. But first upset of the tournament. We'll have to wait. You don't just take down a 14 runner that easily. It was almost looking a little bit too easy in game 2 now. So from very, very close to elimination, Sunnard has found a way to win 2 races there with some mid to low 16s. But GG's there. I don't think... I mean, I don't know if Kudo wants to finish this. I would doubt so, because Kudo is probably looking at the stream, because Kudo's done fair amount of chatting. But I have to see. I don't know, I mean, like, I can we can look at it. Come on, we can look at some throws. We never mind some Bowser throws, right? We never mind a couple little Bowser throws here. But yeah, Sunnard managing to find enough of the consistency after, you know, in a way maybe getting some people are frying eggs, by the way, so you might hear some background noise. But after figuring out, getting a little bit of a reality check, like, all right, no, I cannot just freestyle anything and win, and then afterwards, like, locking a little bit in, getting those inconsistent things out of there, and getting things done properly. Okay, Scooter gonna get this throw. Are we gonna get throws here? Or are we gonna be here forever? What are we doing? There we go. Alright. With that, Kudo's gonna wrap up the run. GG's to Kudo. Put in a valiant fight, but was burdened by some consistent problems. Whether it was Owls, whether it was Pless, whether it was just the entire stage of Lethal Lava Land. There were some bottlenecks. That's all the runners. Hello, runners.
Hi.
So yeah, Sunnard with that like a mid 16 at time. I didn't quite grab it in my brain. You have taken game 3 and you have won the race and you have won the match. How are you feeling?
Well, it's a huge relief how its run was better. Just there was this unfortunate fall in bits, and then it was just the pole glitch in Pharisee and HMC where I just didn't remember how I have to play with the cam, but it could have been a really good run, so it's a relief.
Mario.
Yeah, I think it's nice, especially considering how that race 1 had gone. That we did
Yeah.
manage to bounce back relatively solidly. Within it, you definitely felt a little bit more confident in the strats heading later on.
Yeah, that was better, but bro, he did 3 salts. Why? Stop! This is so annoying. I'm always behind at the early because it's just the salt and it works.
Yeah, just the 3 salts in a row.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
From Kudo. That has to be at least the winning moment, If Kudo,
Yeah.
there are a lot of things in Kudo's runs that didn't go great, but at least that, at least there's one takeaway. But I mean, Kudo, how do you comment on your performance here? Let Kudo type it out. Kudo saying Mental was not here on that third race, but that was fun. Fair enough. There was definitely, after whatever was going on in game 1 and 2, it was definitely, it might be the most tiring best of 3 game ever.
Yeah.
What was going about, but alrighties then. With that, if I'm not mistaken, we are behind on what would be the next match of the hour, alright? Because what is supposed to be happening after this is the matchup between Dupdome and Big Cheese, alright? Which was scheduled for a couple minutes ago and has of course been delayed because these fellas went and did some chaos. So for now, we will be jumping over to the waiting screen, and hopefully in a bit we will be capable of showing that. Yes, let's see you in a bit. Thank you to Sunnard and Kudo for, of course, delivering us the shows. Very entertaining. And see you hopefully in a bit with some more gamers.
Bye.
Hello. I am just here to quickly point out that this stream will unfortunately not be quite able to happen because there is currently a no-show from a player. I mean, I guess fair enough, we were late anyways. So this means that we are not quite capable of doing this match right now. If they happen to currently arrive, maybe we'll boot the stream back up quickly and have the match in a surprise fashion, right? But for now, the player didn't show up for like 20 minutes, so we're just gonna kind of allow this stream to close instead of it being possibly on for hours, right? So we will close out this stream. There is theoretically the Summer 70 starting, so if you actually want to see a tournament with Mario being played, we will raid those. But keep an eye out. If you haven't followed, make sure to follow. That way, if we randomly do go live in a couple of hours with Dub Dum versus Big Cheese, you will be aware of that fact. Okay? Apologies for the inconvenience, but you know, unfortunately, you do need 2 players to do a race. Otherwise, it's not gonna quite work out. So I cannot force it to happen. But yeah, theoretically, in a couple of minutes, the Z's party should get started with their Superstars bracket. I think they're currently just starting stream, so they're kind of introducing it. But, you know, go get introduced. Alright, apologies, and we'll be hopefully back, either, of course, later today with a match like this, or tomorrow morning with Oya Mario versus Nene Epic Swag. Or, I guess, tonight if you're in the US, because it'd be 1 a.m. Eastern. Lol.